Hi everyone. I thought I would do a little bit of a meandering with you. I've been doing a lot of promotion for the Salon Out pricing app. Now we launched it back in 2017 into 2018, and it was kind of cutting edge, and it's helped thousands of salons, or certainly people within the industry, and I'm super proud of that. And it's kind of grown a following, almost a cult-like following over the years. But we wanted to bring things up to date because even though the same challenges exist, back those days people were charging incorrect prices, and I think the understanding, of what's going on with pricing has improved. Okay, the profile is increased, and lots of people have got the message as an industry in all countries, by the way, and at all levels, because I developed the app for salon, spas, and clinics. But I had in mind as well anyone else. If you're freelance, if you're a booth renter, if you're a chair renter, this app works for you because it ensures the number one thing, which is having correct prices. Now, I don't think any of us want to go to work every day knowing that we're making a loss. And I think it's probably even worse that some people get to the end of their financial year and look at their accounts and realize they made a loss. Maybe, and this is quite common, we haven't paid ourselves enough money, or we haven't paid our staff enough money. And what I see a lot of is people don't put themselves first, they don't put their families first. I'm talking about business now. And they certainly don't put them staff first when it comes to pay rates and benefits like that. We always put the client first. Now, I know that's a hangover from the old days where the client's always right, but they put us under a lot of emotional pressure. And I want you to think about this. When a customer complains about your price, they're only saying, I'm putting myself first. Myself and my family are more important than you and your family. And I'm not criticizing that. I'm just saying that you should have a realization for that. Okay. The best thing for us to do in that situation is to realize that there's only one type of price, and that price is the correct price. You shouldn't necessarily just put your prices up because some coach said or because you saw it on social media. You got to ensure that your price is correct, because there's really only one price, and that's the correct price. Okay. Now you might start off by saying, well, there's a price which is the minimum, and I would say that is correct mathematically. And then of course we have other aspirations as well, because on top of that we've got to build our profitability. So I want you to start thinking about putting yourself first, and that means taking the emotion out of correct pricing, and you do that by using the Salon Help Pricing app. Now, it is now available on all devices. Okay, it'll work on your tablet, it'll work on your phone, it'll work on your laptop, on your PC, it'll work on everything. That's one of the big developments since we first launched it. But we've also got some tools in there that we've refined and developed, such as the VAT tool. Now, there's various different levels for people throughout Europe so that they can get the actual VAT level that's right for them. But I want you to think about using it for forecasting your VAT. If you're one of these people who are on the threshold, or in a few months' time, I'm going to go over that level, you can use it to forecast where you're going to be. Oh my word, my prices are going to have to move to that level for me to stay profitable. Okay, so it's a tool, a very simple and easy tool, because I never ever wanted it to be an accountancy package. Even my developer, the person I work with on this, wanted it to be like super fun dangle 200 features. I never wanted it to be like that. I wanted to have enough features so that you get the right level of value out of it, so that you get the correct prices, but also that you're able to forecast the future. Okay, I mean the future price, right? Not the future. When you set a price today, if you sat down with a spreadsheet today or a calculator and you're a bit of a maths genius, then once you set that price today, tomorrow or this week, and definitely this month, it'll be incorrect because you've got other things um, putting you under pressure. So you've got general inflation, but you might have local inflation as well. Something might have happened in your business. Maybe your rent has jumped up. Maybe your particular supplier has jumped up. Okay. Those things mean your prices are wrong really quickly. Okay. I've got tools within the app that help smooth that out because there's no such thing as having one sales level. If your sales are staying flat, then due to inflation they're dropping. Okay, anyway, that's not the what I wanted to kind of meander with you. I just want you to start thinking about, why don't I have correct pricing? And if it's because you don't know how to do it, that's fair enough. The answer is this app. It's going to take you, I don't know, depends how complicated your business is. If you got the stuff at hand, you can input it in 30 minutes. You'll know where you are. Okay, if you've got to search around the house, okay, and phone your bank and do all sorts of, well, it'll take that long. But in terms of actually getting the information for you to change your prices, it doesn't take long at all. The other thing I really wanted for this app, now we did have it with the other app, but like everything else, it kind of goes out of date, right? We used to have this huge tutorial. It was like watching a Netflix movie, okay? They told you everything about everything. And to be honest with you, I kind of get it now because I made it, right? I kind of get it now that it was too much. You couldn't actually find what you wanted and when. And of course, I would take all the messages and make sure everyone was okay. So we've split the tutorial down into kind of just mini little blocks. So if there's one section you're not sure about, you can just jump on that. But I want you to grow. Okay. I'm business coach. I want you to grow and develop your business. So we've created this community. Now, the community has got nothing to do with communities like Facebook. This is a standalone community. And the only people in there are people with this pricing app. Now, of course, you could be amongst the first in there. You might not have that many to talk to. But as people renew from the old one, we'll probably have hundreds and eventually thousands of people in a community that will be highly knowledgeable around the pricing structures in your business. And I'm guessing highly knowledgeable about a lot more other things as well. So the key things about it is that it's easy to use. It's available on all devices, so you can kind of travel with it. You can do it on your phone. I love doing it on my desktop because I kind of like that office environment when I'm really strategizing for price. But look, we're all busy. You are busy. Maybe you haven't got time to sit down at a desk and you got to grab 5 minutes or half an hour in the staff room or something like that. You're on your phone. You can still access everything you need. Now, I've just given you some of the features and benefits, but the overall thing, it's about simplicity. I also want you to think about using it to plan. So, for example, and I don't want to give you a kind of a pricing session here, I want to meander with you. Let's say that you wanted to do marketing. Let's say you know already next year is going to be my year, and I'm going to start January with, I don't know, social media paid ads. Where do you think the money's going to come from? You're not just going to get to January and go, right, start. And then you look in your bank and you go, well, there's no money. How do I pay for it? You do that now. You say, right, a new year, the new me. Yeah, my New Year's resolution. I'm going to put, I don't know, £500 a month into marketing. Well, we need to start collecting that now. So we just tell the app will make the adjustment. Okay. And we will gather the money from your clients. When we get to January, the money will be there ready and waiting for you. Now, I don't want to give everything away because the app is very exciting. We will have future developments as well, but you're not waiting on any future developments. That's all you're going to get now is updates, but everything is working as it should. Of course, we've got lots of people on the old system. And if you're one of them, don't worry. When you get the new app, well, first of all, we are in the process of messaging everyone. When you get the new app, you can press one button and we will import all of your old data if you want to, or if you want to start all over again, that's all done for you as well. Okay, so those are the kinds of things I want you to start thinking about. Correct pricing is really about, I don't know, it's the starting point for your business. When you got the correct pricing, that even reflects in your marketing. You might get to find that you've got some of the wrong clients and you've got to grow and change and develop with that as well, but that's more of a coaching thing. But knowing what the correct price is doesn't change anything in your business, in the sense of, just because you know that the correct price is X amount, it doesn't mean you have to charge that without making other changes first. I think that's where people get scared quite a lot. They think, oh, well, what if the app says I've got to jump from £40 to £50? My clients won't pay it. I'll have no clients. Well, just knowing that hasn't spoiled your business. Knowing that has empowered you, because you now know that every time you charge £40, you've lost £10. So now you can say to yourself, what can I do about it? And the app will help you, because maybe you've got to change the timing, okay, on that service. Or maybe you've got to make some cost savings somewhere else. Maybe you could put up prices on some areas and maybe not on other areas. Okay, maybe you've got to introduce new services. But I'll cover all of this as well as we get into the community, so that we'll get to know each other and I'll add all this extra value for you. I'm out on some of the groups at the moment, making sure that they get in these kinds of sessions and they get in to talk to me. I run a membership group called Massive Not Passive. Okay, yeah, high sales, low stress club. If you want to come and join that, we talk about this stuff every other week. We get together in a live setting and make sure that everyone is able to grow and develop their business. Plus, we've got a whole academy. All right. Well, I thought I'd just slow things down. There's all these ads bouncing all over the internet at the moment of me telling you, punchy versions of why the app is right for you. Hopefully, in this little meandering, you've started to understand the necessity for correct pricing, the ease of using the app, the ability to future forecast your prices is very, very powerful and not something that we normally think about. We just think about today, and that increasing your prices is not always the only option. Sometimes there are other things that we can do, other compromises to get the right balance in your business. Okay, having said all that, if you're a salon, spa or clinic, if you're freelance, if you're a chair renter or a booth renter or anywhere in between, get hold of the pricing app now. Grab some information off your bank statements or till receipts or whatever you're going to do, pop them into the app and you'll know almost immediately where you are on pricing. It's a good time of the year to be thinking about it. You don't want to be going into Christmas with incorrect prices. Maybe you've got a little bit of time over the summer, maybe not, I don't know. But the sooner you take a look, the sooner you can improve things. If you need to get hold of me, you can message me at info@salon-help.co.uk, or you can check out my website, www.salon-help.co.uk. Take care. Thanks for your support. Go and take a look at the app, please.